Welcome back to Locally Hosted. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the ultimate list.
For anyone new, this show is called Locally Hosted because the entire thing runs on local hardware. No cloud APIs, just a DGX Spark in Ryan Storrent's office.
Wait, no cloud? Just pure, unadulterated local compute?
Exactly. Ryan handpicks every article, reviews every episode. The scripts come from Quinn, visuals from Cog Video X, all orchestrated by a custom pipeline he built.
And if we hit enough subscribers, we're open sourcing the whole thing. That's the promise. But today is about taking back control.
We're talking about awesome self-hosted. It's not just a list, it's a movement. Over 295,000 stars on GitHub. That is massive.
295,000 stars? That's basically every sysadmin on the planet. What makes this list so special compared to just using Google Docs?
It's about data sovereignty. When you use a cloud service, your product. When you self-host, you're the owner. This repo curates free software that replaces those corporate giants.
So instead of paying for iCloud, you run your own? Like, literally on your own server?
Yes. Imagine having your own private cloud. Your photos, your notes, your emails. All sitting on a hard drive in your closet, not on a server farm in Virginia.
That sounds terrifyingly complex. Do I need a PhD in networking to set this up? My last attempt at Linux ended in tears.
Not anymore. The beauty of awesome self-hosted is the curation. It groups tools by category. You want a password manager? There's Bitwarden. Need a calendar? Nextcloud.
Bitwarden. I've heard of that. Isn't that the one that's supposed to be secure?
It is. And when you self-host it, you control the encryption keys. Not Bitwarden. Not Google. You. That changes the entire security paradigm.
Okay, so I can have my own password vault. But what about the big stuff? Like running a whole company?
You can run a wiki, a project management tool, even a full CRM. The list includes alternatives to Jira, Salesforce, you name it. All open source.
Wait, a full CRM on my own server? That sounds like a maintenance nightmare. Who updates the software?
The community does. And you do. But it's automated. Most of these tools have easy update scripts. It's like owning a car versus renting a taxi.
I prefer Uber. Less responsibility. But I hate when Uber knows where I am. That's the trade-off, right?
Exactly. Convenience versus privacy. Self-hosting is the privacy play. You take the maintenance hit for total control over your digital life.
Let's talk about the awesome part. How do I trust this list? It's just a GitHub repo. Could it be filled with malware?
Smart question. The repo is maintained by a community of vetted maintainers. Each project is checked for activity, security audits, and licensing. It's peer-reviewed.
Peer-reviewed open source software. That's the gold standard. But where do I even start? It's overwhelming.
Start small. Don't try to replace Google tomorrow. Start with a password manager, then a note-taking app. Build your stack brick by brick.
Brick by brick. I like that. So, what's the most popular tool in the list? The one everyone uses?
Nextcloud. It's the Swiss Army knife. It does files, calendar, contacts, chat, video calls. It's the closest thing to a full Google Workspace replacement.
Nextcloud. Okay, I've seen that name around. Is it hard to install?
There are one-click installers now. Docker containers make it trivial. If you can click a button, you can install Nextcloud. Seriously.
Docker. The magic word. Okay, so I'm sold on the idea. But what about the hardware? Do I need a supercomputer?
Nope. A Raspberry Pi can run a basic setup. A used Office PC can run a robust server. The barrier to entry has never been lower.
A used Office PC. That's sitting in a landfill somewhere. So, I'm not just saving my data. I'm saving the planet?
In a way, yes. You're extending the life cycle of hardware and reducing the carbon footprint of massive data centers. It's eco-friendly tech.
Eco-friendly tech. Now that's a headline I didn't expect. But let's get real. What's the biggest risk? Hacking?
Hacking is a risk if you configure it poorly. But if you use strong passwords and keep your system updated, it's generally more secure than a centralized target.
More secure than a centralized target? Because hackers can't steal everyone's data at once?
Exactly. Distributed security. Your data is in your fortress, not in a castle that everyone is trying to breach. You control the moat.
I love that analogy. The moat. Okay, so I need a server, a domain, and what else?
You need a DNS record, and maybe a reverse proxy like Jinx or Trafic to handle SSL certificates automatically. Let's Encrypt makes that free.
Free SSL. Of course it is. The community is generous. But what if I break it? What if I delete everything?
You have backups. Always have backups. Self-hosting teaches you the value of data. You learn to respect it because you're responsible for it.
Respecting data. That's a good lesson. So is this just for techies? Or can my mom do it?
If your mom can use a smartphone, she can eventually use self-hosting. The UIs are becoming so user-friendly. It's democratizing technology.
Democratizing technology. I feel like I'm hearing that a lot today. It's empowering. But what's the catch? There's always a catch.
The catch is effort. It's not magic. You have to care enough to do the work. But for those who do, the freedom is priceless.
Freedom is priceless. I can get behind that. So, where does the awesome self-hosted repo link go? I need to see this list.
It's in the description. Just search Awesome Self-Hosted on GitHub. Clone it, browse it, pick your first tool.
Cloning it. Okay, I'm going to look right now. But before I go, what's the one tool I absolutely must have?
A password manager. Secure your keys, secure your kingdom. Everything else is secondary to that foundation.
Secure the keys. Got it. So we're open sourcing the show, right? When do we hit that milestone?
We will. Stay tuned. And remember, this show is built locally, just like the tools we discuss. No cloud, no ads, just community.
No cloud, no ads. That's the dream. All right, that's all we got this week. If this blew your mind, come back next time. We'll probably break it again.
Original source is linked in the description. This was locally hosted. Until next time, stay curious.